kepimpinan Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Najib dan Yang Amat Berhormat Tan Sri Muhyiddin dalam mentadbir negara ini. Menyokong sepenuhnya slogan pentadbiran baru negara iaitu Satu Malaysia, rakyat didahulukan dan pencapaian diutamakan. MIC mengalu-alukan Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri semalam bahawa konsep Satu Malaysia memperjuangkan pembasmian kemiskinan meliputi semua kaum. Acara yang kedua iaitu berkenaan dengan pelantikan wakil-wakil MIC dalam Jemaah Menteri dan pentadbiran kerajaan. MIC telah membincang perkara berkenaan dengan pelantikan dan mengenai pelantikan perwakilan MIC dalam Jemaah Menteri yang adalah hak Perdana Menteri dan kami tidak ingin memberi sebarang komen. We are not making any comments over the appointment of anybody in the cabinet by the Prime Minister, the Honourable Prime Minister, because that is his right to appoint or not to appoint anybody. The request we made is that we ask for the minister which is there to be appointed, if possible, better senior position to the party, because MIC is the number 3 senior party in the Barisan Nasional. And I also asked the 2 deputy ministers at the moment who are in office should be given the opportunity to serve. And the third one, I asked a third deputy minister, a new one, for a lady, because our women and youth and other section are very big, and we want somebody from that section to serve. And I've handed over to the Prime Minister, and I told him before leaving, this is my request, I leave the whole thing in your hands. The same word I said. Now he has decided, I know it's his prerogative to decide, and we don't want to say anything about it. I am not worried about MIC being sidelined. MIC can survive. Even if people sideline MIC, we can survive. We have got the strength to survive. We have got the membership to survive. And also at the same time, we are worried about the Indian community. The Indian community has been in this country for 145 years. The British brought them here at that time, made them estate workers. They did all the work to develop all the rubber estates in the country and the plantation industry. And only after independence, they moved to other areas. And we feel that all their problems that they encounter at the moment has to be attended to by government. And in view of this, the former Prime Minister formed a special cabinet committee to look into the needs of the Indian community. The cabinet committee has met twice. They have looked into the need of the Tamil school education and then the rebuilding of Tamil schools, which was at shambles before. And he has also promised that they will look into the economic upliftment, particularly in investment by the government. And the third one is the employment of Indians in government service. The government has taken a step now to go according to the percentage of Indians in the country. But prior to that, we have made several requests to the government, but the increase was minimal, and that is the reason why the Indians were very upset and angry. I stayed in the cabinet for 29 years. I think I am the longest served minister in the world. In the world, I can say very, very clearly. But every time when I bring up the issues of Indian community, the government take note of it, but the implementation process is very slow. Very slow, and therefore, we have lost the support of the Indian community because they feel that we have not looked after them. And now, there is ways and means of looking after, and I feel that the new Prime Minister will pay much more attention to see that the Indian community is is looked after. We don't want to talk about any more ministers. The subject is closed. We have the Central Working Committee today discussed almost 2.5 hours to identify new means of getting the Indians back to us. And there are several ways of getting the Indians back to us, like what we did in Bukit Selambau, where we have got back about 40% of the Indians. I think the next 3 years we will devote to Indians. We will devote to Indians to see what is their problem, what are the areas that we have to do, and what are the things that they need from us. All these would be looked into, and then we will submit it to the government. We will ask the government to take immediate action on it in order to rectify the situation. I didn't mention Works Ministry, I asked for a senior ministry. Because it is usual from the time of Tunku Abdul Rahman, followed by Tun Hussein on, thereafter Dato Sri Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, they always make a point that the party, the third senior party, gets a senior position. So I was harping on it. MIC is always relevant. But the thing is this, we normally don't worry about whether others think that we are relevant or not. But we feel that the relevancy is there.